We will not shy away from the all-quarter century team on defense, so. Duncan Dead,
No.
Get the boxing gloves out. We may have to go after this, whoever wrote this article, by the way. So.
Oh, boy.
Should we start with the edge rushers, by the way?
Well, I mean, we were talking about edge rushers like TJ Watt, and I'm going to assume that maybe he's on the team.
He is on the practice squad, by the way.
He's on the practice squad?
Yes.
Oh,
Do you want to know he's on the practice squad with someone we both cannot stand the living daylights out of? Who played in the division?
Oh, my man that I see on morning TV?
Yes, Michael Strahan. He's on practice squad too.
Michael Strahan. Hall of Famer Michael Strahan?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, it's okay. All right. So who's my guy? Oh, getting the buzzies going.
Oh, we got construction. We got home improvement. We got
construction. Home improvement. Home improvement. What do we got? Do we go with
Julius Pepper? We got
Julius Pepper's all right.
Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett.
Jared Allen. DeMarcus Ware. Those are your edge rushers.
No, I think DeMarcus Ware.
I like DeMarcus Ware, Jared Allen. I'll give you those two. Julius Pepper, for me, he had his moments. Like, I was like, meh, you know? I was like, yeah. He had his moments, you know?
Yeah, I see some of them, and I don't know. It's era, right? It's era.
Yeah. It's era. It's like, I feel like you should have J.J. Watt in that category, or you should have Strahan should be on this list. I think, honestly, I like him more than Myles Garrett, honestly. I think Myles Garrett and T.J. Watt should be on, like, the practice squad at least. I think they messed up this list entirely on the edge rushers. And I love Jared Allen. He was dominant with the Vikings, dominant with the Chiefs as well. Also, all-time mullet, by the way, as well. Made the mullet cool. He brought it back into style. Like, when Yager left, Jared Allen carried the mullet at least.
Anytime you can rock a mullet and you can be in that Nordish Viking-ish uniform,
yes,
it's a different level you come up to. It's just a different level you come up to.
Yes. All right. Defensive tackles.
Oh.
Aaron Donald, Calais Campbell, Chris Jones. Practice squad, Kevin Williams and Cam Hayward.
Chris Jones, underrated.
Yes.
I think he's really, really dominant. I have no argument with Aaron Donald whatsoever. He's automatic. Calais Campbell,
I have no problem with.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with either. Again, another guy you really don't hear a whole lot about.
Yep.
Yeah.
When you look at his tenure, he played with the Cardinals. He played with the Cardinals, the Jaguars, Ravens, Falcons, and Dolphins. I forgot he played with the Jaguars all the time. And I just think of him as Cardinal all the time. I always think of him as a Miami Hurricane, at least.
Yeah, I think Hurricanes immediately, Cardinals, because it was the flip to come back after the tenure. Yeah.
And he's back with the Cardinals, at least.
He's back with the Cardinals this year.
So he's going to play in two different Cardinals uniforms, by the way. The one he won the Super Bowl with, lost the Super Bowl with, and the current one's out. So it'll be entertaining for him. But good for him, though. I think he could be. Kevin Williams, I totally forgot about as a player. So he played for the Saints. And Cam Hayward. I have nothing wrong with Cam Hayward, right?
No, nothing. I don't think you can really argue a whole lot. Let's just say, it wasn't the strongest of positions. No offense to Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald just dominated for so long.
I'm amazed that Fletcher Cox is on the list, but I understand that's Eagles bias for us anyways. Like, he should have been on the list. God. I think Richard Seymour should have been on the list, in my personal opinion, as well. He should have been on there. I think you could have thrown on there. Gosh. There's really no one else big name defensive tackles I could think of from the mid 2010s and early 2010s anyways, besides Fletcher Cox pretty much.
Yeah, and they're true defensive tackles.
Yeah. Those are true D tackles. So, all right, nose tackle, we only have one. Vince Wilfork, he goes over longtime Steeler Casey Hampton. Any thoughts on that?
No, I mean, I don't know if he can flip a coin, but like Wilfork was just so imposing. And again, like true nose tackle position, right?
Yeah. 16 sacks, 5 forced fumbles, two-time Super Bowl champion, 5-time All-Pro. Can't go wrong with that, anyways.
Can't go wrong.
Versatile defensive lineman, 1, J.J. Watt.
I feel like they threw this in there just because they didn't have a place to put him.
Exactly. I think he should have been a defensive end, the edge rusher at least.
It's like, this guy's got 3 defensive player of the years. We got to find a spot for him. All right, so put him at the end. Put him at the edge.
Put him on the edge, please.
Yeah, please.
You could take off Myles Garrett, please. He's a practice squatter. You should have been DeMarcus Ware. God. It should be DeMarcus Ware, Jared Allen, Michael Strahan, J.J. Watt. Practice squad, Myles Garrett, Julius Pepper, T.J. Watt.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody wants to...
That would have been perfect, at least, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if somebody wants to complain about flipping, like, Strahan with, like, Garrett, I'd be like, okay, like, I can see the argument. But, you're creating a position, you're creating a spot on this list just to include J.J. Watt.
It's like
and, like, the respect to J.J. Watt, right, it's like your flex position. Was he a rotating defensive end? I guess he was the rotating defensive lineman. I guess so.
Yeah.
You know, you got one of them. Was he going to play linebacker, too, if we need him?
He ain't no Ray Edwards, at least.
No.
We know one guy who did not make the list is Jaquan Parker.
Sorry, Jaquan.
Sorry, Jaquan. All right, linebackers. We have 5.
Ooh.
You want to guess who they are?
Team Urlacher.
Yep.
Team Ray Lewis, because
yes,
everything back there. Oh my gosh.
I'm already discussed this list already, by the way.
Oh, did they put Kuechly on there? Yeah, they did. Okay.
And there's another one too in the NFC South.
Who's the kid from? I'm gonna kill. He's playing for Washington now. I feel like
Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner.
He belongs on that list.
But he belongs on that list.
Yes.
He was. But I'm gonna say something here. He was very much able to shine because of the product around him with that Legion of Boom defense. And he was the anchor, I get it. But having those guys around him, because if you look at Urlacher's teams, he had crap around him. Straight crap.
Who did he have?
Come on.
He had Lance
Bring
Briggs.
somebody up. Lance Briggs. I mean, it's okay, but
he did R.W. McQuarters, Charles Tillman he have.
Peanut, FBI agent, federal agent,
yes,
Peanut Tillman.
That's why.
Congrats to Peanut.
Congrats to FBI agent Charles Tillman.
The Peanut Punch. Guy's making an impact wherever he goes. He's saving the country. He's creating a football play, and he's got a badass nickname.
He had Nathan Vasher, who was trash.
4-1 out for Peanut for a second.
He's 4-1 out. He had Nathan Vasher.
Right.
Oh, God.
You know, I need to take that back. I need to apologize to Brian. Sorry, Bri. You guys got great guys around you.
We love you. I literally, you had Charles Tillman who reinvented being a cornerback, at least, anyways.
I'm gonna get one of those messages on my phone, text like the FBI is watching you. Like, hi, Peanut.
Peanut, we'd love to have you on the show. I'll
come on down.
Come on down.
Yeah. We'll do an undisclosed location, complete VPN encrypted. No one will know.
We'll put it on whatever type of browser it is.
Exactly, yeah.
Incognito, be on the incognito
mode. Yes, exactly. Like,
I'm trying to figure out who's on these Bears teams with
Brian. Who else was on there? You said NFC West, right?
NFC South. One more.
NFC South.
He's on the Bucks.
Well, Brooks was before that.
Well, he's on the practice squad, which is why I have a problem with it, by the way.
Oh, they did Devontae.
Yeah, he's on the list. I think Brooks should be on. It should be. Here's me: Ray Lewis, Urlacher, Derek Brooks.
Oh yeah.
Then Bobby Wagner. Then you could throw in Levante David or Luke Kuechly as your last one, or put them on both on practice squad at least.
Yeah, because like they're getting that just carry over decade thing again.
Yeah.
You know, like Marvin Harrison, like straight up love you, Marvin Harrison. But like your most productive years were like late 90s through like the first couple odd years.
Yeah. It's like Levante David 2012 to current, you know?
Right. Yeah. That's a lot.
Bobby Wagner, he's been in the league since 2012 till current anyways.
Yeah.
Derek Brooks should be on this list anyways. But I understand
Derek
why.
Brooks should be not on the practice squad at all.
No, he should be one of the starting linebackers. Really,
Yeah.
like if you had a fucking defensive linebacker,
number 55 Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah,
dude. I mean, come on, he's the only guy from Tampa in the Hall of Fame, right? I'm pretty sure he's the only true Buck to be in the Hall of Fame.
John Lynch waiting on, still waiting.
Lynch is waiting. Yeah. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah,
who does that?
Stupidity at ESPN. Stupidity. All right. Do you want to get
blinded by the current? Like, that's it. Yeah.
Why?
Right.
This is why we need to be in those Hall of Fame meetings, because we really need to crack some heads on these old heads at least. And I will go to war for a lot of players. Like, do you motherfuckers not understand what like you're doing? Like, put John Lynch in. Like, what do you have against John Lynch? Was he too much of a white guy?
Yeah. Case in point, right?
Because he went to Stanford at least.
Case in point, like Major League Baseball, like Dave Parker never should have waited this long till he passed his way to be in the Hall of Fame. Dave Parker should be in the Hall of Fame.
And his number retired too, by the way. His number retired by 2 franchises.
Yeah, 2 franchises. Hello, 2 franchises, man. Like, he should be in the Hall of Fame. Guys like Eric Allen waited way too long to be in the Hall of Fame. Same thing, Howard Carmichael, way too long to go in the Hall. Come on, guys. And yeah, that's home, whatever, Eagle Manch. But like, go back at the time and place and the period that they played. Come on, man. These guys were the top tier for the longest time.
Who was covering Michael Irvin all the time? Eric Allen.
Right.
Anyway, all right, quarterbacks. Let's get into real arguments. Do you want? There's 5. There's 5 of them.
If a Tampa Bay Buck is on this list, I'm going to be upset.
Oh, there is one. Do you want to guess who it is?
Oh, it's got to be my boy.
Rondé
One of the Barber brothers. Yeah, Rondé Barber.
Rondé's on this list, yes.
He's going to get in the Hall of Fame, isn't he?
I think he is.
I feel like
I like him more. I like him more as a broadcaster. Anyways, I feel like you got more from Rondé Barber than a lot of these current ones. Anyways, I always like hear from the cornerback who had to go up against the wide receiver and the quarterback. I think that we are getting away from too many of them. Too many quarterbacks are in the fucking booth. I need a nice defensive back because you learn more from the game. Am I right? Like when Aqib Talib was was doing broadcasting for games.
Oh yeah,
we had a grand old time on this podcast, and we got retweeted by some people who know Aqib Talib on the Upper Bowl podcast in 2020. We enjoyed him anyways. That's why, in a good ways, we learned something from the Eagles Cardinal game or Redskins Lions game at least. He brought insight and stuff. So he's not on the list though, but he should be on the list though. That's my personal opinion. Do you want to go through else who's on this list now?
Revis has to be on the list.
Yes, Revis Island is on the list.
Champ, right? Champ's got to be on the list.
I forget he played for the Redskins half the time.
Yeah, Redskins and then Denver, right?
Yep.
Champ, yeah.
Rondé Barber, you got.
All right.
2 NFC West guys.
Oh man.
One should have been an Eagle.
Cardinal. Patrick Peterson.
Patrick Peterson's on the list.
Patrick Peterson on the list, yeah. Okay. He was locked down.
Another one who went to Stanford, as I mentioned.
Oh, Sherman, right?
Yeah.
Product of the. See, here's the thing with these guys. Like, sometimes you look at these numbers and you're looking for interceptions and you don't see them, but a lot of that's because like nobody went their way.
Yeah.
And then you see guys like, I think Barber had something like 35, 40 interceptions. Like they challenged him. Now he won 43 times, 44 times, something like that. But like Revis's numbers when it comes to interceptions are trivial, right? I don't think he has like 20 interceptions in his career or something like that.
29 interceptions, by the way.
Yeah, for his entire career. And he's like the island.
Yeah. Put a lot of people on it. That island has a lot of people on it anyways. It's amazing it's not getting charged for taxes yet.
He needs to get paid, man. He needs to get paid.
He needs to get paid. Do you want to guess who was on practice squad?
Give me a team.
He's currently on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Jalen Ramsey.
Yes, he's on the practice squad.
All right. Did he have like a flash? Now, here's where all right. I'm gonna.
I think he had his. Want to know what I think he had his flash when he went to the Rams and won that Super Bowl.
All right. Yeah.
That's my personal. Like, I think he had his flash. Exactly. Dolphins, he kind of like was whatever. He missed most of the first year because of a knee injury. Second year, he was all right. Anyways, I was The Jaguars, he had his moments there. He had his viral moments. I think of more as a Ram in his time at Florida State trying to go after Mia Khalifa almost. That's what I go by. Am I right or am I right?
Yeah, I think that's one of those snapshot moments where you're so dominant for such a clear period of time that people are like, all right, we have to include you in this list. And you don't live off of that, but you really made your mark.
Yeah, definitely for sure. All right. Let's go to the safeties. Would you like to guess who the first one is, or do you want me to list them off?
First one on the list. Well, you got to be probably the best safety of all time, right? Steady Ed Reed.
From the University of Miami, Ed Reed. Yes.
Shout out to DJ Ed, man.
You did it wrong. You got to do the
Sorry.
full. You got to do it like that.
Full you. That's
Ed Reed.
Ed Reed. I've got a bone to pick with this list.
Go ahead. Do you want to guess to you guys or no?
Charles Woodson better be starting next to Ed Reed.
This is when I like to say he's on the practice squad.
How in the there's about 3 dominant safeties from this era, and Ed Reed and Charles Woodson are like 1A and 1B. No shade to Brian Dawkins.
He is on the list, by the way.
But I mean, gun to my head, and I've got Ed Reed, Brian Dawkins, and Charles Woodson in front of me, and I have to start 2. Yeah. I've got I love Brian, but I think I got to line up Ed Reed and Charles Woodson.
That's. Do you want to know who else they took? Who else is on this list?
Nope. Doesn't matter.
Troy Polamalu.
Shouldn't be on the list.
Troy Polamalu?
Dude just played center field.
Yeah.
He was good. He was a good hitter. But
why do I always tell Steeler fans? I was at that famous Steeler Eagle game in 2012. See the Polamalu jersey? Fuck Polamalu! Dawkins is better! I said that a few times. Got a lot of looks, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, I respect what Polamalu did. Mm-hmm. I love the hair. Really cool dude.
I think the hair was too much, anyways. I think the hair was more important than of his money.
There's no way if I'm taking the top 4 guys that I'm benching Charles Woodson over Troy Polamalu. I'm just not.
I'm taking Charles Woodson every day. Then I'll take Brian Dawkins as my rotation guy.
Yeah, are people forgetting how good Charles Woodson was?
Yes. I think they are. I think most of these new journalists just don't remember how good Charles Woodson was anyways.
He's one of those guys, and there's very, very few that has high school success, college success to the highest level, national championship.
Famous pitcher in college football, him with the fucking rose in the mouth.
Yeah. I mean, come on, dude. That's a violation. If there was any bit in this list that you could look back and say, oh, whatever, how Charles Woodson doesn't start.
I'll take him. I'll take Charles Woodson over this last guy, Errol Thomas III.
Some people will put Charles Woodson in the top 3 or 4 defensive players all time.
Yeah.
And that's I'm not joking. Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, Charles Woodson, Lawrence Taylor, people for Ronnie Lodden. Right,
Brian Urlacher too.
Brian Urlacher too, right? But I mean,
Reggie White. If you say who's the best defensive player of all time, and people always say Charles Woodson, Reggie White, and there's names. Charles Woodson's way better than Troy Polamalu. I will say that the day I die. I will take Charles Woodson any day. I'll take Brian Dawkins over Troy Polamalu. I've said it in public. It's said it in Pittsburgh, PA, which I'm amazed I did not get killed. Yeah. So, Jordan Schultz could go F himself on this list. Anyways.
I mean, 3-time first team Big Ten, co-freshman year, defensive player, Big Ten most valuable player, Big Ten athlete of the year, unanimous All-American, Sports Illustrated Player of the Year, Tatum Award, Thorpe Award, Bednarik Award, Bronco Award, Heisman Trophy winner, national champion. Let's go, the NFL, all decades team, 9-time Pro Bowler, 2-time NFL director. He doesn't. He's phenomenal.
He don't miss. He doesn't miss.
He doesn't miss, and he's got a great bourbon that he just made.
I thought it was a wine.
Check it out. Oh my God, dude! How?
It's stupidity.
He's considered arguably one of the greatest defensive players ever. I mean, Troy Polamalu's got great hair. I'll take her.
Too many Head and Shoulders commercials. He just got replaced by fucking Pat Mahomes. It's ridiculous.
If I had that curly hair like that, man, I'd be doing the same thing. I had a couple cousins that got like that nice, that nice mix.
Oh,
going
the
on.
the thing that you go to Turkey for, and they redo all your hair and stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah, I need to do that, man. I got some.
All right,
spot back
where
there.
are we at the kickers? By the way, I think we've missed already.
Kickers, well, Vanderjag and Vinatieri. Is that about it?
It's Justin Tucker only.
Only Tucker?
Yeah, one.
I mean,
kicker.
Tucker's amazing, but no.
I kind of would.
Vinatieri.
No Vinatieri, no practice squad. I would take Vinatieri any day.
Tucker had the distance.
Yeah.
You know what? And like Tucker never missed. I think that whole 50-yard field goal thing. He was like perfect there for the longest time.
Yeah. Until this past year.
The only reason that I might take Vinatieri over Tucker is because of, and I'm going to say the clutch thing, but
yes,
like Vinatieri hit a boatload more high pressure kicks. Like Tucker's were big, they were big, but like Vinatieri's were like AFC Championship game, Super Bowls twice,
divisional rounds, the fucking snow.
Yeah,
I mean that's Raiders.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. I want Tucker's leg and I want Tucker's, accuracy, and he's great, but man, I don't know.
So
wasn't Vinatieri like the all-time leading point scorer when he retired?
Yeah. We talked about it. We've talked about it and guessed the line so many times in 10 questions all the time. Like we would take Adam Vinatieri. He's the Hall of Fame player. If we compare to other top contenders such as Adam Vinatieri, Sebastian Janikowski, Phil Dawson, get out of here.
Phil Dawson.
Do you remember Phil Dawson, who we played for off the time?
Why don't we just put like AJ Feely or not? What's his face?
Jay Fiedler.
Jay Feely on this. Yeah, put Jay Feely on there. Come on, man.
And Robbie Gould. Robbie Gould.
Now Gould was all right. He was consistent.
Gould was good.
But there's a couple of kickers that were for Detroit that played really well too.
Jason Hanson.
Jason Hanson. He was money.
Yeah.
Jason Hanson, especially inside the dome.
Doesn't matter if it's Pontiac Silverdome or Ford Field or the Metrodome.
Oh, Metrodome. Yeah, that's right.
I would say David Akers too. You know,
Akers was clutch.
He had his moments of missing fucking kicks anyway.
Yep.
Sometimes.
Yep.
David Akers was clutch.
Yep.
I'm trying to figure out.
And I'll fan homeboy for a second. Like leading scorer, like in the Super Bowl is what's his face? Elliott, right?
Yeah.
Jake Elliott. Yeah. Like the dude, touch wood, because I'm gonna jinx him right now. Hasn't missed in the Super Bowl.
Yet.
He's good, man.
Yet.
Yeah. Because we're going back again, baby. Go Birds. After we trade for TJ Watt, get rid of them. No.
God. Punters. Do we care?
Pat McAfee.
No, he should. Alvin, the ultimate homer pick. Shane Leckler.
They should have put him on just as like the practice guy, just for shits and giggles.
We'll make him on
Shane Leckler. All right.
Return specialist.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one answer.
Yeah, Hall of Famer. Devin Hester.
Devin Hester, yeah.
From the U.
The Windy City Flyer, Devin Hester.
Man. Remember the Super Bowl running that kick back?
I thought, here's a funny thing. I thought
at that point, it's like the Bears are going to win the Super Bowl. Holy cow.
Oh, yeah. I know. God, we were wrong. Fucking Rex Ryan. I had a funny idea.
Can you imagine if your boy had a Super Bowl at quarterback? They won that.
Smoking Jay.
Dude, he'd have been like the second coming of Joe Namath.
No, Jim McMahon at least.
Like, all right, we need to, yeah. There's my go back in time and change the championship. Sorry, Peyton. I need the Bears.
I need the Bears. And also, sorry, Aaron Rodgers. I really need Jay Cutler to win that NFC title game at least. And beat the Steelers. Like, Jay Cutler would be the biggest thing about diabetes, like, as advocate next to Bobby Clark.
Absolutely.
Think about it.
Yeah.
He would killed it. Special teamers, Matthew Slater. Can't go wrong with that. Long snapper, Morgan Cox. Coaching staff. Do you want to know who it is?
It's either Andy or Bill. Oh, this is defense, right?
Bill Belichick, head coach, is the head coach. Mm-hmm. Offensive coordinator.
It better be Andy Reid.
It is not Andy Reid.
How is it not Andy Reid?
Do you know who it is?
Dude, to 2 teams, 2 Super Bowl. If you say it's a Schottenheimer or a Shanahan, I'm about to walk off this podcast.
Don't walk off. It is a Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan. Get out of here.
Why?
Stupidity. Here's what they said. Our criteria for the coordinators was that head coaches were allowed as long as they spent some time as a coordinator in this quarter century. Shanahan, along with Sean McVay, and the resulting coaching tree prolified this schematic shift across the league that happened to be quite successful.
Okay, if that's the criteria and I can't take Andy, I'm going to take Sean McVay over Kyle Shanahan.
Exactly. That's the only answer.
What? What? You know what? And if we introduce the extra cheese inside of the pie and you bake it just for another 25 minutes, it'll get extra creamy. But you have to just, it's rando pick it. Just make the numbers work for you guys, That's all.
Would you like to know the defensive coordinator?
You were born between 1990. You're at what? The defense coordinator. Let's see. Over that amount of time, this is 2000 coming forward.
He's a better defensive coordinator than the head coach.
Oh, yeah, your boy. What's Wade?
Wade Phillips.
Wade Phillips, yeah.
I have no problems with that, anyways. Do you?
He was consistent. No, I don't think so, because I think those are one of those roles where, like you just mentioned, like some people are really like Jim Schwartz. You could maybe put Jim Schwartz in there.
Yeah.
Right? Would have been, better. Steve Spagnuolo, like more Spags. Can I have Spags?
Awful head coach with the Rams.
Awful head coach. Great defensive coordinator. Can I get Spags? I might take Spags over Phillips.
All right, here's what they said about Phillips.
No
Phillips
cheat.
not only the record coordinator for a strong defense of multiple stuff, he also has a great record of improving those defense. So the Falcons defense was 24th in DVOA in 01.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to know where he took them to?
Where?
Number 10
All right.
in 02. He took the Chargers defense from the 28th in 2003 to 9th in 2004.
Right.
He took the Texans defense with some help from rookie J.J. Watt, of course, from 30th in 2010 to number 8 in 2011.
Yeah, but that was like the Chargers team. Is that like when they get drafted Merriman, though?
No, he was there when Schottenheimer got there.
Okay.
Because Wade was I think he was the interim head coach for the Falcons in 03 when Vic blew his knee. Not blew his knee out. He broke his leg.
Right.
In that preseason game. That was when what's his face was the old head coach. Who was the old head coach for the Falcons in the 90s?
Of Jerry Glanville?
No, not Glanville. No.
Dan Reed?
Mid 90s. Also did the Dirty Bird and stuff.
Oh, Gilbert?
No. He was also the Giants head coach and the Broncos head coach too.
Yeah, I said Dan Reeves.
Dan Reeves, yes. Yes. Yeah.
Hall of Famer Dan Reeves. God bless your soul,
Yes.
Dan Reeves.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like I will always say Wade Phillips, if you need to do a turnaround, Wade Phillips is your defensive coordinator. If you're like bottom of the league, he'll rip you guys up real quickly. I think out of all of his stops, probably his favorite was not the Broncos, because everyone picks that one. That LA Rams defense in the mid 2010s when he got there with Sean McVay. That was kind of that was when the Rams were fun, but they would always find a way to get a stop at least,
They would find a way to stop.
Yeah. And then funny enough, when I think of that game, Wade Phillips defense could not stop a nosebleed against the Eagles. But they could find a way to blow a knee out of Carson Wentz. Oh.
You
Want to know who the special teams coordinator is?
John Gruden. No.
It should be though. Dave Toub.
Dave Toub? All right.
Toub. I have no that's
no comment.
I have no comment. I don't do special teams. I think that was the most entertaining thing we've had to the list. That list could go to hell, honestly. Unless we need to make our own, honestly.
I mean, we could. Well,
we got time.
We have time. Yeah. We have the whole summer. We'll run back and we'll fix it for you guys.